lighting is horrible. Get some out here. I guess it's a little better. It's so dark right here. Look right here. Y'all see my hand? Oh my god. I like the phone better. Switch it over here. Grand Risings, Grand Risings. That's worse. I have to close this. God, that's even darker. I'm gonna have to go over here in the bed. See, I would have to do that. I don't like that. Yeah, let's go over here. Let's switch this a little bit. Is there something on my There's something that's halfway closed. Oh, I did that. Let's try this back over here then. Yeah, let's see. Okay. That's like that sounds right. Let's see, do a test because toddlers. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. So today I went to the store to get. I rolled up actually. Yesterday I rolled up a whole bunch of change, about $15 worth of change. So I was able to go to the store and get a few things. Here comes the noise. But I don't care about that. And Mora over at the superstore didn't want to. Look at them. Let's say hi. Crackers always need attention, just like Bonnie will. Yeah. Anyway, I was over at the superstore in Mora. Well, I rolled up my change. And I actually didn't have it loose. I rolled it up. I made rollers like we had back in the day. Because when I was going over there, queen was taking it, and she said, "Just give it to me. I'll count it." So this time, I was like, these were nickels that I had mostly. So I was like, I don't want to take all those nickels. So I rolled them up, made some paper rollers and rolled them up. I go over there, and Mora says, I told Mora I have change, but it's all rolled. She said, I don't think I could take that. I was like, why can't you take money? She said, well, they said that we can't take that much change. I was like, well, I was here yesterday and the change was taken. And a few days before that, and change was taken. So when was this implemented? I could tell she was uncomfortable because Mora is a light skinned woman of color, right? He did all that, do nothing. Did y'all hear any shit go up and come down? No. And he's still sitting right here. This is what crackers do. This is what y'all do. And when you don't get your way in putting a woman of color or a black man or a black woman or a black man, a man of color or a woman of color on the front line to do it, because you crackers was over there and the customer service, watching. When in anyway, so Maura was saying to me that she couldn't take it, and I was steady pulling out my change. So you're taking this. And she said that the last time she took a whole bunch of change, they told her that they couldn't take in that much change. That's what they told Maura to go out there and say. Anyway, she rung my stuff up, right? No, actually, a gentleman behind me, brother man, from this land, from this man, asked, how much is it? Because he saw me pulling out the change. I said, oh, no, 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 no. This is a movement. She's taking this change. He understood the assignment. I told Maura, I asked Maura, I said, you're not from here, are you? She said, no. I said, She said, I'm from Italy. I said, I said, you should stop playing those contract games. I said, you, especially as a woman of color on this land. She was obviously, thrown off because when crackers push women of color out on the front line to do their bidding, it's always an uncomfortable situation because that black woman is coming over from Italy and then over, whatever happened over in Italy because she's a biracial child. Now you crackers over there at the superstore, you could push as many black people, women of color, black men of color in the front line to do your bidding. I got all the cracker data I need from over there. And I'm going to clean that up. Stop pushing black people to the front line to do your cracker bidding because you crackers can't do it your damn self. Your ancestors set you up. And now we're in 2026 Nova Scotia, and all you crackers are being exposed collectively. Anyway, I hope y'all out there are having a good day. I am. It's a beautiful day. God's glory. I got chocolate. I got blueberries. So I got protein. I got some Montreal steak meat. Montreal steak or something like that. No, excuse me. Montreal smoked meat. Steak. I don't. Yeah, I need a steak. It would have to be tender though. There's a song, Oil, in my life, that don't broke me down yesterday. Right to my soul, right to my spirit. Beautiful, beautiful. I don't know who did it, and if it was AI or whoever was singing it, I haven't researched or looked into it that far. But it is a beautiful song. Beautiful. So Ruby Bridges' official TikTok account has been banned. That right, the toddler is loose. And Aaron, the reason your stuff is being ineligible for recommendation is because she's now over there, trying to finesse Don Lemon. Because the same videos that are ineligible on yours is now being pushed on Don Lemon's account. This is the toggle. This is what she does. The psychosis. Anyway, Ruby Bridges will be getting her account back. Heck, what I'm saying. Um, the toggler is spiraling. She's spiraling in here too. It's just still happening. You see that? This trash man came, this crack of trash bucket man came in and didn't get no trash. That shit ain't lifting the air. I hear everything, especially around this vicinity. Why would you need to come here when you already came here? Because y'all come here early in the morning. And I'm not talking about the recyclers. I'm talking about your crack ass. Y'all have no game. The game that she stole was from 25 years ago, and she's been repeating it and repeating it and repeating it, and you crackers have been eating it up. Mm-hmm. Bumbling idiots. That's what y'all cracker me mama say. Y'all just dumb as fuck. Now, remember the other day when I showed y'all and I told y'all that I know it's in the water? And I took my ring off and I showed y'all my ring, my hand. Oh my God, it's magically gone. Because most of the people would have thought that was a tan line, right? I told you I know what it is. And whoa, this isn't something that will be put in the water, like directly in the house. Let's talk about boiled water advisories, shall we? And science. Sobe, congratulations, you master of science, you. I saw that. That was amazing. Let's talk science. Initially, I thought that what was in the water was metal because of the reactions I was having. Even to right now, there's ridges in my nails, my toes, and I haven't nails done, toes, nothing. Nothing's painted, nothing's done, nothing. Right? Showed y'all what happened to my finger. Right? Right. Now, this was the instance, this is what I thought initially, metals in the water, it was something being directly put in my water, right? And then when I look around and do some research on Halifax and Halifax Water Authority and their boiling, now, when there are certain elements that are put into the water, it can change the eco of the water. Some of the eco can die, which creates more bacteria, which is why you would need a boil advisory. But that ain't it. Because you can boil out bacteria, certain bacteria. With the virus, with the advisories, those are the bacteria you can boil out. But what if it's not a bacteria? Because it's not. Now, if the water was tested, yes, it would test high for bacteria. But why is it being tested for being? Why is it tested being? Why is the test high for bacteria? Hmm? Hmm? I told you, Halifax Water Authority, you are going to get audited. And you can't change the soil of the land. See, if you test the water for metals, oh, you're not going to get that. I would have been wrong about that. But I know there's something in the water, and I wasn't stopping. And I know it's in the water. And you probably have been doing it so long, and it's going to be able to be scientifically pulled from the soil of the land. And testing will determine, just like when you can test, like drugs in the hair or other things in the hair, the longer the hair, the longevity of the poison. Same thing with soil. Mm. Mm-hmm. So, and the board of directors of the Halifax Water Authority is cult, all corrupt. Now, what I want to know is, because all you around here are color coded, and I know you don't think that I'm the only target because you signed up for this. I never would sign no fuck shit like this, but you signed up for this, right? Mm-hmm. She's in your apartment, in your condo, on your smart TV, in your phone, in your water, in your food. And now you're scared. So, this is for my community. White women, the demographics of white women here, where, and all these advocates, where are you? You're not allowed to be an advocate now? Not for me, but for your own self. Hmm? Are y'all, uniting in private like you always do historically? Because your whiteness, just like Glam Mellon said, you think your whiteness is going to protect you from the patriarchy. And you're learning in 2026 here in Nova Scotia that was never the case, or ever the case, or ever the case. Y'all are lazy. And your men know it and they tell you about it. And then, you see black women and you're like, oh my God, maybe if I look like that or I do this, they won't think of me like that and they'll think I got more confidence. No, you are exactly who you are historically. You don't want to do anything. You want to sit around in your little white supremacy groups with your little white friends and talk about other marginalized groups and do absolutely nothing, just like you're doing right now. Walking by my window looking all sad. I don't give a fuck. Cry. Drop tears on the way. Count them. Make them yell out loud how many tears they drop. I never expected anything from y'all. But you have shown Nova Scotia what Nova Scotia, Black Nova Scotia, Indigenous Nova Scotia, one and the same, what we've always known. What we've always known on this continent. Now let's talk about racial constructs real quick. Not ours, y'all's. The white box. Because of your lack of, wanting to learn up white women and your position and entitlement, as we see because of the corruption here, you all have positions that you can't even maintain, that you're not even good at, that is dangerous to people, even your own people. But I really give a fuck about that. But you're around my people. And you're importing, like Moras to do your bidding. Because she don't know what's going on this land. All she knows, she wants an opportunity. And you white women over there today, and you cracker men that are scared of me, but that gay guy But he walk around like he a black woman. Bitch, I get back to your trailer park and act like you know. You always gonna see me coming. You should have never disrespected me. But you want to put out a black woman on the front line to tell me no? I know who's doing it. Y'all ignorant. Don't have a lick of sense. None. And you keep getting Bonnie, you keep doing Bonnie lose business. Just losing brain cells daily, huh? hmm Let me just tell y'all something. I have a letter that Bonnie wrote me when I was younger, telling me about her sister. The very sister that she was taken from when she was 10 and brought up home. And she had nothing nice to say about that sister. And that's a letter. These letters are going to get published in my memoir. You all here have no idea who Bonnie Lou is. And you believe everything she said. That's on you. I ain't believed that bitch since I was left here. Taken from here. I tried, as any child would do, to want to have a relationship with their mother. I did not know all the lies. I still don't know all the truth. Y'all got Bonnie Lou, but y'all really didn't get Bonnie Lou. You tapped into your own greed. You tapped into your own whiteness, your own condition. I want to get back to recapping a little bit of my live the other day because I do remember, I went over my live so I can see where I left off and see where I wanted to pick back up as my expressions because my thoughts are just all over the place in this room. I was talking about the Drummond family, which is an extension of my DNA. Not an extension of my family, but extension of my DNA. My Bill Stewart's sister, white sister, married a black man, and they had a rack of kids. I'm just gonna focus on this one thing because Steve Simmons, right, was Marsha were, to me, married. They're married, and Marsha's a beautiful woman, and their relationship, their black love was beautiful. And it really bothers me and it's on my spirit heavy because there are people in your own family that you don't even know that is setting you up. And it all has to come down to, those who ain't got shit. I never knew I had land or money or anything. I still don't. And that is neither here nor there. What is here and there is the sanctity and the preservation of ancestral land. And regardless of it was going to be, if it's for me or if it's not for me, it's for the family land, the ancestral, the lineage, my mama. The women that made sure there was land for us. And you all want to sell it off to the crackers. I am very grateful for those of the family that understood the assignment. And they have done what they've had to do to ensure that ancestral land is sacred and stayed ancestral land. I don't look at you any different than you would look at me, by any means necessary, but not selling out. And you sellouts wouldn't know what that looks like because it's not in you, because you want to see it on you, because the void is in you. Get with God on it. I can't help with that. And I have no grace for you with that. You all have contributed to child trafficking, and you have shitted on my mama's name. You have shitted on your own family's name, your own mother's name, your own auntie's name, your own cousin's name, your own children's names for payouts. Tanya Drummond, you've been recruiting children. You have recruited children. You are a pedophile. And you are a child trafficker. And I'm going to expose you beyond anything you can ever imagine. You set up your own family. You are Billy Stort's Tanya, right? Not me. You, his sidekick. Disgusting. And you set up your own family members and got paid out on it. And I'm going to show everybody exactly who you are. I couldn't. There's so much. Girl, this camera situation is backwards as opposed to the phone. So, like, my hands actually the other way. That's so weird. Anyway, I get used to it. There's a lot in Montreal. You scorned bitches. That's why she did it. She scorned. Tanya Drummond is scorned. Very scorned. And we're gonna go over that because it goes way back. Right, Tanya? Mm-hmm. It goes way back. You too, John. John Simons. But first, John, you should go ask Clara because Clara Simons, John's mother, my biological brother, younger brother, with Bill Stewart, by Bill Stewart, not whipped, but you know what he whipped. Y'all know what I mean. John was a minor playing hockey. When Clara, I got the story from Clara, his mother, that someone knocked his tooth out playing hockey. And now we're in 2026, and we know how those missing teeth come about. Right? Right. That means, Clara Simons, you're a trafficker. You trafficked your own child, and you groomed your own child into being a groomer and a trafficker at this point. Because you've been trying a while, John, to get somebody pregnant for a payout. And you finally got an Asian woman, right? Right. So you're following in your familial traditions. And that's after, they supposedly took my grandfather's land that I'm about to get that back. Because this is what it's all done, that goes down and trickle down the line for. Land. Right? She needed to get you out the way, John, because you would have been, you're Billy's son. You would have, rights to that land. But you're not thinking like that. You just want the quick payout. A lot of families ain't telling the truth. And I ain't living around nobody that ain't telling the truth. Because I'm not going to hell for you. Especially not with no kids. I will offer your head. I'll kill you myself. That's why I've been here for over the years since knowing of the family. Because I would have killed Bonnie. I would have killed Billy. I saw a post about this predator, this pedophile that got $10,000 bond. And this predator, this predator that got the $10,000 bond for a child being a child predator. Let me just tell you something, is in the cult, okay? That $10,000 is nothing for the death of that predator because they're gonna get paid out on the back end. Not the predator's gonna be dead. They can't have the predator in prison Snitching. You ain't really snitching. Not in this era. Not with this amount of people. No. This is very God, this is a mess. This is evil. Um anyway, that motherfucker gonna be dead. And they already got a life insurance policy set up in his name. Now, one of these life insurance companies out here in the world, well, they will pay that whatever it is, triple that 10 and or quadruple that 10 and pay it out in whiteness. Because that's what they do. That is what they do. And that's what's gonna happen. Also depends on how old they are and how much, they need to, you know, clean up loose ends. I was walking over here and seeing this building that they keep constructing that added on to the building that they were supposed to redo the historical. This is a mess, a whole concrete mess. Instead of building, have no leave to your own devices. Y'all are gonna kill yourselves, white people. And it goes back to like what was that Cracker was saying in Django. Talking about, there's a piece missing back there and it was relating to Negroes, but it's actually related to white Neanderthals because you don't have discernment. You don't have that. That's why you have to go out. And when other communities aren't readily, oh my God, just come on in, you steal it. You culturally rob the whole world. That's where y'all at in 2026, white people, all across the globe, collectively. Now, mind you, I know there's a lot of white people out here that aren't racist, that are evolved. Because as evolution goes, there's the mixture of humanity with persons. Because white people, you are not human. Human. You are not human. That's why you're mad. That's how it all started. You fell off the mountain, then you weren't human. And you wanted to be human because you see that humans have melanin. And melanin is magic. And ever since you've been trying to get that magic instead of accepting who you are. But you can't accept who you are because that thing is missing and you have no discernment. You have no logic. You can emulate it. And some have evolved because of the mixture of DNAs. This is science and evolution. So we know there are evolved white people, as in the evolution of humanity. But you are not as evolved as the black woman or the black man. And that's why they stole them by the millions. I don't know why y'all keep sitting out here saying thousands. It was 100 million and plus, and only 20 million made it to America. Now we go, my community and rest of minority communities decide take out 20 million of y'all, be a better world, right? Because that's what y'all's logic was. That is what y'all's logic is. Y'all are the whip crackers, the proverbial whip crackers. And you collectively hold that whip. Those whiteness is in control, right? Why when we know you can't do nothing about it? You're not in a position to do anything about it. You don't have more power than the black woman. Not even in office now. That's getting cleaned up. You stragglers will hold on for dear life, of course, we know that. But in the era of exposure beyond anything you can ever imagine, you either are going to learn up. Well, first of all, you need to go sit down and shut the fuck up. And you need to learn up. And then do something within your own gender box. Because you cannot check the box. You cannot check the womanhood box with us anymore. Not with my community and not with any other marginalized, melanated community. To my native, indigenous, black folk, and this is light to dark, okay? We're united. That's not an aside, as in this is a question. That's an answer. There's no questions anymore. This is our answers. We are united. We will figure it all out within our own community. Whiteness has to go. Treaties up. Now, like I said, I wanted to actually. No, I'm not going to do that today. Okay, 36 minutes. That's good. That's good. My neurologist report is what I was going to talk about, but I'm not. That's a huge piece of evidence right there that you can't take back. Nope. And I also have a very good scan of my brain. Hmm. It's been 15 days, and I am in YWCA supportive housing program. My door is still broken, over 2 months now. Nobody is fixing it. Everybody's ignoring me. I haven't been eating regularly for 15 days until I got this. Not one single person here who works here, supportive, management, whatever, has offered anything. I'm not asking because you all know what you're doing, right? Right. Yeah, P. I'll be right back. I gotta make TV. I'm hydrating, baby. Oh, hold on the door too. Hold on. Every time I wash my hands, I put I have to spray with peroxide. Is that peroxide? Yeah, peroxide, hydrogen peroxide, and olive oil. Let olive oil spray this stuff. Cause let me tell y'all something. This place is uninhabitable, and when we get to the audit of it all, they know it too. Now, mind you, Mister the Gozen family, right? Of course, I don't believe that they knew. Well, I don't know. I don't think believe that they knew that what she had planned. I don't know. I gotta get used to this. Is different. This laptop. But what is on you is the Gozen family, and I don't know if this was expressed, but because it could have been overridden, which could be easily done. If a person doesn't want to do it, then or else, which is very viable, very viable. But to know that women were going to be tortured and murdered here, I don't think that was participatory. I think the utilization of the building goes back to uh, the scorned ones' relations with the elders of the Gozen uh, family members that came down here that I talked to. That's what I do. Anyway, I don't think that the current owners were aware. I will not be pursuing them in that matter. But at the same time, um, I would make better business decisions if I were you and look more into, I don't know how to tell y'all. Y'all are color coded. Like I don't know what. I don't think Mr. Gozen's family. I think the elders, the current Gozen family, was participatory. I mean, the descendants are. What do you call that? What's that? The recipients of the wrath. Yeah. So the province knew. The province knew that this place was uninhabitable. That is the province responsibility as it relates to community services and development, right? See, the last year, at least, longer than that though, but definitely the last year afforded them the opportunity to try to cover shit up, which they have in a lot of ways. But there's certain things you can't cover up. Mhm. There are certain things you cannot cover up. My neurologist report reflects that. Mhm. Just because I don't show you how I'm managing my injuries. This is what's wrong with you white people, especially you white women, because my neurologist was a white man. And he did not play about my headspace. That neurologist report is damning for y'all. Y'all can go through that neurologist report with a fine tooth comb if you want. You can't do nothing about it. Not a single thing. You look at Bonnie and her erratic behavior and you think that's what I'm supposed to be? The things she describes to me is the things that she orchestrated, manipulated, drugged through like water, through like drinks, my food, for the entirety of my life. She's doing it to you too. Mm-hmm. Intact and co-op insurance. What's that girl's name? Got her name over there. She's the girl from the co-op insurance. Mm-hmm. You should be real worried, huh? I forgot your name right now. I was just looking at your data the other day. Mhm. Not the one from Intact so much, because I really didn't have much of connection, you know, dialogue or communication with the last adjuster. But the one over there at Co-op that's now Intact, because y'all need to switch out the names because y'all laundering money in different ways. Your files, well, most of y'all files will be audited because y'all are child traffickers, y'all are cult members, y'all have done a lot of money laundering, a lot. And it's only because of your distaste, your hate, your despise, your professed loyalty to the cult that you play games with my life. See, Don Presse Mason, one of the co-conspirators in my murder for hire plot, right, Don? Spent money, got paid out. Mm-hmm. Didn't you, Don? Mm-hmm. Um, Mason, Barrister and Associations, goodbye. Reputational liability is going to shut your business down. I promise you that. I wonder, because it's going to come out, or at least close to it, how many deaths, this is the stuff we do. How many deaths here in Nova Scotia? How many hangings? What were the details? You see that first police chief, the one that died? Goodbye, cracker, bye. I don't give a fuck about him. He was corrupt. He was cremated. He was cremated too, right? Mm-hmm. But we don't need him or his body to show the pattern of the corruption that he allowed. Just like the one previous to the black sheriff chief that they just put in position like a year and a half ago. After the other chief was out here, the video I recorded when all those police was out there. I'm right here. You better come down here and get this bread. Um, when that cracker chief was out here, having that black boy, I hate black. I mean, I hate white people, and the whole show that they had out here. So after that, they decided to put a black chief. Y'all do the dumbest shit. Just like here, I'm going in on these white staff members. You sent a black woman to my door. Why? Bring your ass to the door. You were the one talking to me. Don't be sending no buffer. She ain't for you. Bring your ass to the front and talk to me like a woman. What is wrong with y'all? You always want black women to do your bidding. All right, hold on. Feed my crow. There you go. I see you. Don't just do that. Now, as it relates to what I know is in the water and my where you go? Oh, there you go. Okay. And my hold on, let me do this first. There you go. You better come down here and get it. Get on my nerves. There he goes. He want me to throw it over there. Look. There you go. There y'all go. Go ahead and play PG rugby soccer while I finish my live up and I'll spend some time with y'all. What's that other crow at? Alright. Yeah. I keep putting black women on the front line. Just like Mora over there at the superstore. It's always the case too. Why is that? Why don't you? Well, I know why. Cause y'all lazy. Y'all are lazy. Lazy race. Lazy gender. Truth be told, I think this is the freest Bonnie probably has felt. I mean, when you think about the design of all this, because this is Bonnie is just one person out of many um, that black women that flipped, but it's white investors that control her. This is historical. This is what you white people do. And instead of white women, because you don't have it in you to do this as a collective group, because there is so much infighting. There is so much white on white woman fighting in your community that you all are separated from each other. And in your separation, you branch out to other communities to find your identities because you can't find something that you never grounded, founded in your own community. It's still material. If you don't find within yourself, and I don't know how this works for you Neanderthals, you might not be able to, as they said, because it's shit's missing. I don't know. This is a race war. North America is under a race war right now, and it's only escalating because of what whiteness, what your community, that white checkbox, has done, not just on this continent, but globally. This is the era here. We are the fire. Human fire. You are going to be accountable. You will be held to the fire. Your ancestors set y'all up something kind of wicked, but y'all are still wicked because as much as you're not like your ancestors, you like the system. Keeps you comfortable. Meanwhile, you're mad at me because I get up and look like this and bring change to the store, and that still bothers you. Even with negative 27 in my bank account, which was finessed and toggled so that I wouldn't have charged my account something that should have been charged to my account, not allowing what was charged to my account to go through, causing an overdraft or a negative balance and an overdraft, but reverse the overdraft, but don't take away the negative fees. That's y'all bank account now. I ain't touching that shit. I ain't touched that shit, and I'm not touching that shit. All I need is data. I'm not going up there to talk to BMO. That's your cult members. All the data as is relative to Tanya Michelle Frazier will come out in court. The federal authorities will get my bank shit. And they'll get who did the reversals and who did this and where this came from. That's y'all bank account now. I don't need your fucking system. And most of humanity don't need your fucking system. You forced us into this shit. hmm I was just thinking last night, so I know. I was like, it's going to be different when I start talking with teeth again. Because when you get your teeth out, um, talking is, y'all heard me when I first got them out, is different. You have to find your tongue again, your words in some places, like S's sometimes. But my lisp is almost gone because I don't have no teeth. So it's going to be interesting when I do get teeth in, how I'm going to sound. Well, learning my mouth again. Um, so I was thinking about that. I was talking to God. I was like, it's gonna be different when I get teeth because it's been a while. Because I don't even put my dentures in. They are big, especially the bottom ones. Oh my god, they're real big. The top ones I could wear if I put the fix it in or whatever, but they're bulky. I'll just say that they're bulky. They're not fitted. I need some fitted. I don't need shit for real. I can eat. I can eat a steak with these though with my gums. So and my mouth is so fresh and so clean and soft. I love it. Look what God gave me. Y'all remember this one, right? That it was laying down, and terp sauce is thick. So this is weed, but terp is really heavy resin. So I thought it was gone, but God said, "I got you." Look at that. So yeah, this one's been through some things. I dropped it and everything, but it still works. But I also, I don't know who makes this terps. These are good, y'all. I'm gonna do a review on it. Then I'm gonna get a new one so I can. But I've had this for 4 months. I've had this for 4 months, and this weed is good, good. This terp sauce. Um, like flower power will always be my number one. Oh, my babies. Flower power will always be my number one. But um, when you're on the go or somewhere, you can just the terp sauce is so good, and then the shatter and butter. Hey, baby, come say hi. I'm gonna get you some bread in a minute. Don't be rushing me. They be coming up, standing right up on this thing, look at me like, "Come on, mom, food." I got a budget there because we're surviving over here. But I made some more bread yesterday. I made XOX. I ate one of the X's though. So kisses and hugs, y'all. Mwah, to my community. How about y'all? To the moon and back. It's dangerous being black on this day. And everybody want me black, don't stop me black. Anyway, let's get back to this. Um, I don't want to talk about that. I'm in a better mood and I don't want to mess up my energy. Anyway, you crackers over there at the superstore, stop using black women to do what you could never do. Okay? Mm-hmm. Right, we're almost at 60 minutes. I'm not going to stay on too long. I might come back. I don't know. I've already been out, so I don't need to go back out. I need to go out tomorrow, though. I wanted to go to the dollar store, but I don't know. I can't do it today. I can't go back out there today. And I get people to cross my path and cut me off. This just, y'all do it. This is who y'all are. You see me strolling, switching, doing my thing, being in my glorious womanhood. Here y'all come mind my business. Just to recap, y'all remember, and you can go back and see it because I left that live on Papa Link. There's no sun tan line on this finger. You see it clearing up though. There's still a slant right there. Just slight, right? But you remember the other day, last night, for like 3 days, because I drank that water for 3 days and I did the boil. And I boiled for 10 minutes, maybe longer. Because I fill it all the way up and I let it boil all in. And then I would let it cool down and then I drink it. And for 3 days, and in 3 days, I started getting severely dehydrated. And then this happened to my finger. And now I didn't have this on the first time I was going through this shit in here. But I put it on this time because I found it. I thought I lost it and I found it. And so I put it on. And I said, I'm not taking it off because I'm losing. So that's why it's a little like, but it don't hurt. It's still loose. I can move it. But then I looked down and I saw that and I was like, oh, I know now. Bring some scientists in to audit the Halifax Water Authority, especially up there, on black land. And I want to see how many water boil advisories you've issued in the Preston Township. God is so good. I cannot express to you all enough how real God is. Y'all better get in line or get aligned. That's what I mean. Not in line, but get aligned. Mm-hmm. The most a lot and respect. Let me just tell y'all something, okay? White people, y'all got a nerve because y'all can't connect to spirit. Some of y'all can because of evolution. A beautiful melanated DNA that tinctures your system. Everybody got tincture melanin. Everybody got black melanin. So anyway, properties of melanin. That's why whiteness wants to sell it. That's why it's for sale. That alone right there, white women, your DNA is not for sale. Google it. How much is melanin? Why is it for sale? Where would you get melanin from? Your race is sick. Your race is sick. And you are spreading your sickness across this globe. And you white women, especially you mothers, because you're the one that birthed the power structure of the patriarch. So, white mothers, I'm looking at you. I'm a black mother, a black native mother. And what say you about this land, about this world that you have absolutely organized into the patriarch? What say you, white women, white mothers, white women that want to be mothers? I'm going to start right here in Nova Scotia. Since you want to be me, you want to dress like me. You don't get this wrong. Get this learned out. I'm all over the place, so keep up. 3 days of drinking that water. Figured it out. When I started getting water, spring water. I've been flushing. At night, it's horrible. The night sweats, because your body, once you lay down and rest, your body really goes to work. And when you go to sleep, your body really goes to work. If your body is, mine then, good night's rest. If there's something in your system that your body's trying to fight, night sweats, not hot flashes. I woke up soaking wet, soaked, soaked, drip, soaked for 3 nights because of what you all got in this water. Now, see, the Halifax Water Authority would absolutely put it on the Gozen family. And they would be able to do that historically, except we're in an era of truth now. Because that's how it would go, right? Because they could cover up saying, oh, they didn't say it was uninhabitable. They can make up a documentation like they made up documentations about myself. Right? Anyway, last night when I went to sleep, I was pleasantly surprised that I did not wake up not an ounce of sweat. I woke up this morning and had a hot flash, but I didn't have not a single night. No, nothing. I didn't wake up soaked. I woke up comfortable. I kicked the covers off. I was like, ah, and this is going away. And now I changed my water because when I went over to the store the other day to get water, I saw a fracker who had just replenished the spring water. So I got distilled and been flushing. And I feel good. I can feel myself. My head's not cloudy. I'm not getting these night sweats in my body because there was an infection because you are trying to shut my system down. Halifax Water Authority, you're in big trouble. Big, big, big trouble. And she left you to get in big trouble because you're who I'm suing, along in conjunction with the province as it relates to the acquisition of this unit to see Bonnie Lou is somewhere in the wind. She don't care about y'all, just like your ancestors didn't. But I care about me. And I care about the community, not so much your white community, because you all don't care about my community. Never have, never will. You don't even know how to guise it anymore. And then you listen to like Bonnie Lou, who created stories that, for example, like I told y'all before, Marion Barry of Washington, D.C., and Douglas Ford, Ontario, have the same motherfucking crack story. She looked at all of you all here in Nova Scotia as country bumpkins that she got over on and have left y'all. Your businesses, your homes, your stolen lands, your council, your government, all of it. So, as I flush the rest of this out of my system, because I got blueberries now, I got my lemon. That's what I'm gonna do today, and I'm gonna sit down and eat a piece of chocolate, so succulent. The birds got bread. I got a little bit of weed. Oh man, put that up like that. That's what happened. That's why I thought, see, it moves down like that, and it was all the way down here. But that's how thick it is. It's really good. And I got a little bit of shatter left, so that's good. But the shatter and the butter is really good. I'm really getting to the shatter, the butter. The butter is so good. I like it all. Wheat is so well. Um, y'all do what y'all want to do. I love wheat. It is so beneficial in so many ways for melanin. So I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work the same in other bodies. Yeah, my skin's getting back. It was dry, 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 and now it's getting back. Do you know what would happen? Let me just tell you what would happen before I get off. Oh, 111, we got. Um, what would happen in an autopsy to a body that was contaminated by this water? They would know it was murder. Because when you open that body up, it would be evident. Now, if you add in someone who has addictions, it might be less evident. Others like elders that were murdered, it wouldn't be evident. I mean, it would be evident because they're not, addictions. They don't have addiction that they could attach to. Oh, look, we got, look, y'all. Get on the camera, girl. Where are y'all? Here you are. Just put it. Okay, I'm gonna get off and make me a sandwich. I'll make me a sandwich. So there we go. There you go. So as my body now is flushing, and I'm hydrated, mental state is better today. I'm just gonna relax and chill with God, listen to some music, learn up the block. If y'all put up playlists of, Black Lives Matter or, child protection or anything y'all want, I am sounding off on this block right here. Got my big speaker up. Well, not big, it's a big sound off. So, anything y'all want me to listen to, or you want the people to listen to, or you just want to express yourself in another area of the world, I'm going through accounts and listening. Got this be good connected. I just be sitting here chilling with birds and God and waiting for whatever's gonna happen. It's why PCA? Why y'all ain't issuing me my eviction yet? I want to know. Anyway, I had to pee again. Stay hydrated. Chill. I might come back live later on my phone because I like the phone better. I might just connect to my the Wi-Fi, my other phone's Wi-Fi. I might. I'm not sure. I'm not. I really don't. Anyway, I'm just gonna get talking to my ancestors and my angels and God. Hydrate and eat. I might get the itis today and take a nap, real good nap. Now that the shit is out my, come really out, coming out my system. I want to thank everybody for the content, the inspiring content, the holy content, the funny content, all the content to keep me going, keep me motivated. I really appreciate y'all. To the moon and back. To OGs, thank you for understanding the assignment. Love you to the moon and back. So that's it for me today. Y'all have the day you deserve. To my community, I love you. Yeah.